Hi, it's Wendy from the Barrington Library. I'm going to show you how to make the bubble tea. Pretty exciting to be able to present these with you because it was one of the interesting things we saw and I really wanted to try it myself. So got a couple of things prepped before we do it. What is bubble tea? It's another name for boba is bubble tea. It was originated in Taiwan in the 1980s. It consists of a tea base with milk or fruit flavoring in it, ice, and chewy tapioca pearls in the bottom. The tapioca pearls we purchased online. They come in a little bag like this, and they look like this. They are black tapioca pearls, and they're quite a bit bigger than when you get tapioca pudding. So these ones are really, they're like little bubbles in your tea. And they're made from tapioca starch, which is an extract from the cassava plant, and that's found in South America. And the companies make these boba balls out of the starch, and they are white and hard and tasteless at first. So once they're made, they put them in these big vats with really sugary caramelized syrup, and they cook them for hours until eventually they turn black and a little sweetened because it's that sugary vat that they've cooked them in. So then they have to dry them all off and package them and get them ready to ship out. So now they're hard again. And it's pretty easy. I'll tell you how to prep that for your tea pretty soon. But that's what we're going to be working with. We want to show you with the black pearls, the bubble tea, and we also have some fruit pearls. So these are popping boba, and this one right here is kiwi flavored. It'll either be kiwi or strawberry that you get in your kit, and they'll come in small containers like this. Okay, so let me grab this. I also want to show you on this package that we bought it in case you want to buy your own. This says ready in 5 minutes. Some of the boba pearls, the instructions say to boil them for 40 minutes. You don't want to have to deal with that. So when you're buying it, try to get this kind of a packaging. This is black sugar flavor, and they are black. Once you cook them, they turn shiny black. So I prepped mine ahead of time. There is a little bit of prep. You want to get things ready, and then they have to cool down because you don't want to have an iced drink that gets all melted right away because you put in hot tea. So I made a cup of tea. I made a pretty strong cup of tea. It's been steeping for a while, and I've set that aside. I put it in my fridge. It's cooled down. It's not cold, but it's been in there for a while, so it did cool down. Something else they suggest to make, which I'm going to do, but you can use any sweetener you want, is to make a simple syrup. And my simple syrup, I went on the stove and I put 1/4 cup of water in my pan and put in 1/4 cup of sugar, the same equal amounts. And then I brought it to a little bit of a simmer boil and stirred it up till the sugar was all dissolved, excuse me. Then I turned it off. I put it in this cool cup and I put it in my refrigerator to cool down. It cooled down a little bit on the counter first, but then now it's pretty cool. It's not cold, but it's really cooled right down. That can stay in your fridge for the week if you want to have some extra, make a little bit extra, that'd be great. And then I prepped my boba balls, my boba pearls. What I did is I put them in. It says on the packaging for every cup of pearls that you want to cook, cook it in 10 cups of water. You're only getting a little 1/4 cup. So if you have 3 or 4 cups of water in a pan, that's plenty. Bring that water to a boil before you pour the pearls in. And then you pour your pearls in and do a soft swirl of a stir, and let them, watch them, and pretty soon, within like 30 seconds or so, they start floating. Once they've all are floating, cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes. I cooked mine for 3 more minutes, and then I turned off the heat. And it says you can leave them in that hot water for up to 2 more minutes if you want. But I took one out and I tested it with my spoon, and it was soft all the way through, and it's sort of like a soft gummy bear. So I did not have to cook mine more. So it was just that 3 minutes once they were floating. So I strained them and I put them in this little container, and I put some simple syrup right on top of them because that helps keep them separated. They're a little sticky when you first strain them, so I figured the simple syrup, that's how I'm going to sweeten mine anyways. You could put a little bit of water if you're not going to use simple syrup, just so that they don't stick together. So that's all ready. So I have my tea, my simple syrup and my pearls, my boba pearls. And I'm gonna turn our camera down so I can show you what you'll be getting in your kit. And here we go. Excuse me, sorry about that. You'll get a few black tea bags. Now, if you have tea at home, you can use any flavor tea that you like, but this is what we're going to be putting in your packet. And we're also going to put this little little tube of tea to go. It's half iced tea, half lemonade. So I figured the lemon flavor might be great with something else. Now, it's already sweetened in here, so remember that. This is typically something you would put in a bottle of water. So if you wanted to go ahead, put it in your bottle of water, then it would be measured out. That's if you don't want to use regular tea. But I can use tea for both the black boba pearls and for the bursting fruit pearls if I want to. That's typically what they would do. So you get these and this. You get the two types of pearls. You get a nice big fat bubble straw. You'll also get a nice cup that has a domed lid with the hole for your straw to go through. I'm just recycling my cup here from home. So we'll go right ahead with that. So let's start by putting our boba pearls into our cup. Oh, no, that goes in last. So sorry. We're going to put our tea into our cup. I'm going to hold my tea bag and just pour it from here. There we go. And where I'm going to put my ice and my milk. I think I'll do my ice first because then I'll know I've got enough in here to make this a nice cold drink. My ice already started to melt. It's been out here for a while, but there we go. There we go. So I've got my ice and my boba pearl, my milk. I am a milk and sugar type of tea person, so I really like this. I am going to do a little bit of simple syrup. They suggest to start with a tablespoon. So I maybe get a couple teaspoons worth right there, and I'll stir this up and put my boba pearls in. And it already has some simple syrup in it, remember? Because I soaked it in simple syrup. There we go. So here is my boba tea, my bubble tea. I'm going to turn it back up so you have a straight picture of it. It's pretty cool. It looks a lot like that, and then you can just set your straw down. Now, if you get one of the straws that has a diagonal cut on the end, that goes on the bottom. It just prevents your straw from getting stuck on the bottom and the suction being stuck. So you can just put your straw in your cup and take a drink. This is my first taste, everybody. And I got one. Oh, that was really good. I do like tea anyway, so it's a delicious drink for me, but it makes it really fun to have the bubbles, the bobas in the bottom. So that's awesome. Excuse me. So that's how you do with the black tapioca pearls. Now the other pearls, the bursting boba, you don't have to worry about pre-cooking. They're just soft. They're really easy when you first put them. You can just push your tongue against the roof of your mouth and they burst in your mouth. So they are very sweet. So if you put it in this, you're going to have a pretty sweet drink. If you make your black tea and you can even put lemonade in your tea from home. It would be without sugar if you wanted to. And this is very sweet, and it's in a simple syrup in the container. It has a little bit of that syrup in there too. So I would suggest making it with the tea and some, even just with this, and putting it in. But we only did give you one straw and 1 cup. So try one at a time, wash it out, and go for it for another, or just use something in your house. But I think it should be pretty fun. There's all different ways to customize your own bubble tea. Some places you can get herbal tea. You know how they have that fruity herbal tea? That would be delicious with it. It's and then they put those bursting pearls in the bottom. So, or the chewy ones. You can use the simple syrup. You can use a sweetener. If you don't want real sugar, you can get a sweetener instead. Use regular sugar, just stir it. Use the brown sugars if you want. Or honey even would sweeten it good. You can use milk. You can use oat milk or almond milk or coconut milk, and that would change the flavor and maybe the thickness or texture too. Use the herbal teas, or just do it with lemonade. Do it with whatever you think would be fun. So I hope you have a great time with this. I hope it's delicious. I'm going to go back and drink my bubble tea. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.